Very good morning and welcome to yet another edition of the YES101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Jad Abdeen. We start off with a look at your headlines.
Newsfirst headline.
In headlines, triple murder in Hiniduma, unidentified assailants open fire on in. Sri Lanka and Japan discuss expanding job opportunities for Sri Lankans. In news overseas, combative Trump takes aim at diversity policies after air tragedy. And in sports, Bangladesh government forms a committee to look into player payment issue at BPL. And now to those stories in detail. In local news, two unidentified individuals arrived on a motorcycle at an abandoned inn in Mahabodhiwatta, which belongs to the Hiniduma police division, and shot the owner of the inn along with two other individuals before fleeing the scene. The police stated that all three victims of the shooting died at the scene. The deceased inn owner was a 55-year-old resident of Mahabodhiwatta, Parangala, while the other victims were residents of Hiniduma and Ambalangoda. The motive for the shooting remains unclear, and the Hiniduma police have launched further investigations to apprehend the suspects. And on to more local news, a special discussion on arranging job opportunities in Japan for Sri Lankans was held in Colombo under the leadership of Minister Vijitha, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Employment and Tourism. The meeting was also attended by Kanamori Hitoshi, chairman of the IM Japan, along with other representatives. Minister Vijitha called for an increase in the recruitment of skilled workers for job opportunities available in Japan. He emphasized that in future, training Sri Lanka's workforce for jobs in Japan and other countries would be made more efficient through support from relevant ministries and government vocational training institutions. The Sri Lanka Bureau of Foreign Employment will also play an active role alongside the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Employment and Tourism in these efforts. During the discussion, the chairman of IM Japan highlighted that under the recruitment system in Japan, there are numerous job opportunities in the caregiving and construction sectors, and that more opportunities would be provided to Sri Lankan owners. And up next is international news.
International news.
And on to news overseas, Donald Trump stood before the White House press room cameras on Thursday to perform a traditional presidential duty, which is consoler-in-chief during a time of tragedy. He said the country was in mourning, shared his condolences during an hour of anguish, and paid tribute to first responders and the victims. Then he sharply pivoted, providing yet another reminder of how his new presidency is going to be very different. It will be combative, it will be unscripted, and it will be quick to point the finger of blame. He then speculated that lowered standards of hiring for air traffic controllers in Federal Aviation Administration during the Joe Biden and Barack Obama presidencies may have been a factor in the disaster. And up next is your update on sports.
Sports news.
Shifting attention towards sports, the Bangladesh government has formed a fact-finding committee to look into the BPL's non-payment of players during the 2024-25 season. The country's sports ministry made the announcement on Thursday amid the payment issue heating up. The three-member committee comprises the NSC Director Humayun Kabir, Assistant Director Sajia Afrin and the NSC Chairman's Private Secretary Saiful Islam. The committee will have 7 days to submit its report. The payment issue has become a major headache for the BCB, who reportedly did not take bank guarantees from all the BPL teams before the tournament. And that's a wrap of this edition of the YES101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I've been Jad Abdeen. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.